Hello everyone, I'm CrypticFox, and welcome back to the Pressure Cooker, our latest colony here in Oxygen Not Included. We're of course on the Aridio Asteroid, where things are a little bit on the warm side. Pretty much everywhere other than the very, very beginning area around the gate, which starts off cool and temperate, or whatever you want to call it initially. Everything else is really on the warm side. It's over 30 degrees and then hotter. You know, it's not really, there's no place to relax here. We have had some issues getting things built up. We're on cycle 38 now. We had some problems with food initially because, frankly, like, meal ice just doesn't grow in these temperatures. So we did manage to build last time our little cooling system that chills the area around our mealwood plants, and these are all growing nicely now. And the game volume seems ultra loud here tonight. Hold on a second, I need to adjust this so I can figure out how. I can't find this. I can't find the control. My Elgato sound thing is apparently not open. Hold on. There we go. All right, I'm just going to tweak that a little bit because it's a tiny bit on the loud side. But welcome everyone who's here in the chat so far, or if you're watching on the channel afterwards, welcome. We do have a bunch of meal ice that's growing here now. That'll supply us our colony with food for probably. I mean, as long as we don't go crazy with the number of duplicates we bring in, it'll probably feed us, you know, past cycle 100. And now it's really just a function of making sure we keep it powered so that we have that ongoing cooling going, and we have that regular food supply or whatever. But hopefully everything will work out fine. Today, though, we really did need to focus on getting some water. And up here, where I saw that puddle of water, we managed to get close enough. It's kind of pushed back the darkness, and we can see a cool steam vent up here now, which is going to be a good source of water for us. It's not going to be amazing, necessarily, because it only runs some of the time. But that'll at least get us part of what we need. There are a few other places we can get water, for example, out of the petroleum generator. Natural gas generator will produce some. If we build a bathroom system, that'll produce a little excess water, but we're completely tapped out right now, so that kind of rules out any kind of research or anything else. Well, actually, technically, I guess we're not totally tapped out, because we can mop up what's here, and that will give us a few bottles of water that we can use, and I think there was, yeah, probably a little bit down here, too, if I wanted to build a ladder down in there. Sean Hilton with the super chat. Good evening, Mr. Fox. May I have a future gravestone? I mean, a dupe named after me. Thanks for the super chat, Sean. Really appreciate the support. If you're curious who's in the colony so far, we have John P, Rob FL07, Duperific, Brittany Sloan White, Richard Osterholt, Godzilla Gomez, Toolkit 71, Lombardio, Matthew Ness, and it looks like now we're going to have Sean Hilton in here too. Choose a blueprint. Let's see. We have digging, researching, tidying, supplying, decorating, caregiver. Well, we don't have anybody that does any medicine yet, but man, it doesn't necessarily have any specific aptitude in it. Loud sleeper. You know, I think we're going to take this irritable bowel one. I feel like decreased bathroom use, speed. I was hoping irritable bowel would actually result in additional output, you know, so you could get some extra water out of the system, but I don't think that's going to work. Nonetheless, this will be Sean Hilton, so this will be duplicate number 10. I'm not sure exactly how many duplicates we're going to bring in. It will depend on whether we can get a stable supply of water. And how we can get that going. Zach Rhino with the super chat. Dupe me so I may die for the hot boiling colony. Ooh, 2 super chats. Same message. I don't know if you meant to send 2 of them, but you did send 2 through. Appreciate the support, but hopefully the second one wasn't an accidental duplicate message. Okay, so we're gonna dig out over here, and we'll put a water pump in place down here. There is also some fancy salt water over here we can grab. We'll see how that goes. Is this the beta or the release game? This is still in the beta branch. They haven't moved it to the core game yet. Not just yet. It's supposed to be sometime in July, but they haven't given a specific date on when that's going to happen. So, I mean, at the rate they're going, they're making quite a few changes still. You can see some of the artwork still isn't finished. The wood burners here are still using the temporary artwork. So until we get all that artwork done, I don't think they'll be finished. They did make a few updates. This little salt gun apparently doesn't consume as much chlorine as it used to, which causes me some concern, because these used to be enough to absorb all the chlorine that was coming out of the rusty oxidizer, and now I'm not sure whether it's going to anymore. Which could lead to an overflow of chlorine, and then that'll kind of spill down on my base, which could be kind of a nuisance. So I might have to have these things set up on a pressure sensor so that if the chlorine pressure gets to a certain amount in here, this turns off. I'm not sure. Zach Rhino with another super chat. I have to make sure I'm printed, right? Oops. Thanks again for the super chat, Zach. Much appreciated. Okay, so down here, we're going to need a ladder, of course, to get in here, once we actually chisel this away. The duplicates are going to get a little scalded when they're in here, so we'll have to work a little quickly. We'll throw a water pump down in here. Mostly, I just want to get everything set up here. We won't necessarily be able to tap into it right away, but we want to get everything kind of ready for it. And then power line here also. And then I think what I'll end up doing is I'll put a door in here so we can kind of seal this off. Keep everything blocked in. There we go. Hi, Elizabeth. How's it going? Pay homage to the usurper chat. Come and dance with the queen of chat. What's this now, Polani? I'm super confused. Now that you're done your SR, you get snack. I'm super confused. I think you guys are all speaking in code right now. Oh, Poe. Have you been hitting the bubbly, what are they called? The wobbly pops? The bubbly juice? Okay, we have more water up here too, actually. I wish I could find actually a saltwater geyser. That would be really handy. The output on those seems to be pretty good. We have some wild water weed growing up here, which would make for some nice additional calories, but I don't think we can get up there entirely. Playing Overwatch and got some rank, and now you're getting a snack. Oh, another snake? To add to the snakes you already have? Oh wait, there's a, look at this, we got a swamp biome over here. Got some gold amalgam, we got some polluted water. I like polluted water. Mostly because we can clean it and make other things out of it. I think she's been conversing with the spirits. Oh, I see. So it's more about the peyote, got it. This is a bizzle right here, so I'm gonna cancel this. We'll just leave that right there. Oh, and actually, this door, if I make it out of iron, which we have... Oh, that's actually rust sitting there. Never mind. So, yeah, they could use just the iron that's sitting right there, but that's just rust. Saltwater geysers output at 95 degrees Celsius now. Oh, that stinks. The one we had before was at 30 degrees. It was awesome. I was totally gonna use that for cooling and stuff, but if that's the case, I guess that won't really work, will it? Oh, good, they're finally tamed. I was wondering when these things were gonna be tamed. How's he doing? Happy, groomed, hungry. These trees aren't quite sprouted yet. Once they sprout, they'll get a chance to snack, though, so hopefully it happens before they die. All these plants down here consume water, and that's part of our oxygen production. And we don't have any water to give them, so again, certain amount of necessity in getting to the water supply. I built my bathroom system here in the middle, but I'm probably going to need to put the cleaning system for it somewhere else. So I'm thinking I'll clear out down here, just because I don't have any room up there. I'll clean out down here, and I'll build it down here in the CO2, and we'll just run the piping down there for it. At this point, I might as well deconstruct the sinks, because I have no water to put in them anyway. Did the Slixers hatch? No, not likely. They take quite a long time. Where are they now? Oh, they're at 68% though, so they will hatch soon-ish. Probably on this stream. They have a good amount of CO2 down here. Temperature's only like 30 degrees though, so that may not be hot enough for them. I might have to heat that up. Oh, what I should do actually. Batteries that are holding a charge produce heat, so we could probably heat things up down here just by setting up a battery system. That'll add a little extra heat down there. If you wring out Slixers, maybe you get water out like a dishcloth. I don't know. They hang around in oil all the time, and they breathe, eat, whatever, CO2. So I wouldn't count on a whole lot of water from them, but I mean, it might be worth trying. Starvation. Said, what? Brittany, how can I be starving? We got 15,000 kilograms worth of food. And more coming all the time. I'm just happy we finally have a farm going over here. The ranches are good and all, and you can get a little bit of meat out of them, but it's just not a very fast production system. Not really enough to keep up with the number of duplicates we have. Find the heat for the slickster. 2 space heaters weren't enough for me to keep them warm. Oh, really? What's their preferred temperature? I don't even remember. Let's see, critters. Oh, I love this new interface. That's cool. Slicksters. Comfort range, 50 degrees to 140. Livable range, 35 to 160. So I gotta keep it above 35 degrees before they're even gonna be livable. Never mind comfortable. That's a little on the warm side. That will present some problems. And I think once they hatch, the only way we can move them is using the plastic-based traps, which isn't great. Battery's 32. Is it climbing or just staying steady? 32.5. Temperatures are going up slowly on the batteries. Alright, I'll have to keep an eye on that. Hopefully by the time they hatch, that temperature will get up high enough, but if not, we might have a problem. Snakes rule at limbo. Well, yeah, because they got that automatic flat movement going on. How long till I tackle the lava world? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I guess we'll see when this colony dies. So we have 2 other options, I mean, after this one. I mean, aside from, you know, just the normal worlds and some, like, a couple of variations of the layouts and stuff, we have an option to have, like, an ice core world where things are super cold. We can do the lava world where things are even hotter than they are here, which, you know, is an adventure in its own right. Refinement, that's what I want. Get our water sieve set up down here. It's a little farther away than normally I would like it to be, but do I have liquid storage? I do. I have a liquid reservoir here, so I'm gonna take my overflow system. Actually, let's cancel this. I want to spin this around, or do I? I'm so indecisive. No, you know what? I'll just put it over here. I'm gonna go like that. I'm gonna put a couple of liquid storage systems over here so that we can capture excess liquid that comes out of this. I'm gonna probably still set it up so it's after it's cleaned. So incoming water flow, outgoing water flow, and then this one here I actually want the bridge on. Oops, not that, not deconstruct. Cancel. There we go. This is where I want my pipe bridge. Yeah, like that. That way when the clean water backs up, we'll send it into our little storage reservoirs here. We'll just store the excess in there. Use chlorine to disinfect the water in the reservoirs. Yep, that'll be the plan. I mean, ultimately, only if we're going to use it for food production, though. If we use it in anything else, it doesn't actually need to be clean, which is kind of a weird... Sort of a weird setup a little bit, but just sort of how it works. Let's get... Okay, so incoming water flow here. Outgoing up here. We'll pipe this all the way down and connect it to that. And then when we swap out our toilets, we'll be in a position to do that too. But we're going to have to inject water first, which means we've got to get everything built over here before I can do it. I'm a little worried these guys are going to get burnt. And I should be able to connect my power grid here. There we go. Ah, the joys of bathing in 2 billion germ water. That's right. If you can't bathe in the germy water, what good is it? You want me to? Oh, is that because of intermittent fasting, Durgan, or are you just saving money? Long distance truck driving is a strange job that defies all laws of normal life. Yeah, actually, my uncle and my cousin, actually 2 of my cousins, all drove truck. My one still does. I think 2 of them do. One doing deliveries for cars and stuff, and they used to do like all over North America. So they'd be on the road for like a week at a time and then get home. It's a crazy job. There's a lot of work involved there. I gave you credit. I don't think I could stay awake that long for that amount of driving. Okay, I'm going to set a priority on this because I want this water sooner rather than later. Okay. And then we're going to need to have our whole... This is going to be like a long plumbing line, but... Oops. Send this all the way down here. Through, and then connect it into... Well, that sucks. It needs to go into the freshwater supply. Huh. Alright, I guess I'll use a little pipe bridge here. There we go. Oh, another duplicate already? Man. Some days the cycles, they just fly by. Alright, so digging +7, operations +7, or ranching +7. You know what? I don't even remember what we have right now skill-wise. Let's take a look. Oh, speaking of which, we actually didn't give any jobs to Sean Hilton. We should probably do that. It's funny, he's got a skill of medicine in 3. We have one artist already. I think I'll set Sean on construction. Improve construction. Okay, we only have one person tidying, so I could probably use another person tidying, I think. We have a couple diggers. We have one person doing animal husbandry, but that's it. So maybe we should get another one of those. Let's see. Oops. That was not what I meant to click on. There we go. Choose a blueprint. Alright, so 7 digging, 7... Alright, so we'll go with this one again. Night owl, small bladder's not so bad. Bladder plus 0.2% per cycle. So we'll get a small little bit of extra water out of this particular duplicate too, which I guess is alright. Zach Rhino. Welcome to the colony, Zach. We've got a nice fluffy gravestone all set up for you already. Isn't your cook not an actual cook? You might be right. We're not actually cooking the food right now, though, anyway. We're actually just eating meal lice, so there's no real food prep going on. But yeah, when we get to the point of actually having a cook, that would be a good idea. I feel like we're going to want to expand upwards a bit more. Because I still don't have a break room. I don't have a mess hall. This is not really a great place to do the food prep. Since oxygen sort of sorts itself higher, I could probably break through up here and improve oxygen flow a little bit. Food shortage. These plants need to grow faster. Maybe insulate the slickster area so it heats up faster. Yeah. I mean, this stuff is all. Well, yeah, it's only at 29 degrees around here. That might actually be affecting the temperature a little bit. It's 33 degrees. It's not stellar. This plant is gone now, so we can insulate that. Tricky part's gonna be that I don't know how the oil will affect things down here. Zach with another super chat. Remember, I may pee in my gravestone when you die. Okay. Or remember to put your gravestone not where the water is then. Maybe turn the room into a greenhouse for accelerated growth. Well, the accelerated growth doesn't affect mealwood plants. It only affects other plant types. So it wouldn't really boost anything like that for us. They also have to actually fertilize. Having the room alone is not enough. They've actually got to have fertilizer in order to feed into the plants in order to get that growth benefit. What if I should put another one of these rust systems on the other side? It's kind of on the warm side, though. The air that's coming out of this is like 50 degrees, and I don't have a cooling setup for it yet. It's 44 here, and down below, it's only 30-something. I should have set these right down on the floor level. The heat rises, doesn't fall, so it would have been better to have it up there. I mean, the air's heating, but it's not getting to where I want it to be yet. That may cause problems. I'm reluctant to break that system, though. It's all working fine right now. I don't want to break it down and then not have it function for me. Intermittent fasting by accident. Oh, I see. Easier to cook one meal a day rather than and have pepper, cucumbers, yogurt, and snacks the rest. I suppose that's true. Sort of. Are you dumping all your CO2 when your dupes dig those walls? Not really. Not really. I mean, the CO2 that's down here is at low pressure, in part because the oxygen's at low pressure. When we build up oxygen pressure, it compresses the CO2 toward the bottom of the colony. So I'm not too worried about that right now. We just need to get a more consistent supply of oxygen going, because right now it's pretty intermittent. And that's not great. 4 tiles across. There's only 3. I want to build another one of these oxygen systems on the other side, because we're not getting enough air. We brought in too many duplicates, you know, because I never do that. Let's take this up. clear all this out. Actually, that's going to cause a bunch of CO2 to drop, which I don't want. So let's cancel this first. I'm going to build a new ladder here. Once I get that built, I'm going to deconstruct the ladder here. I'm going to duplicate the system I have here on this other side, so we have double oxygen supply. Might as well dig this out too. What cooking machines? Oh, we don't have any cooking machines right now. Oh, but actually enjoy cooking once you get all the machines out. Oh, I see what you mean. Well, I think Poe was saying she just started using one of those fancy little pressure cooker things that everybody's been raving about. So I suppose that would qualify as a cooking machine. See, I don't like this. This thing's not eating as much chlorine as it used to. I need 2 of these salt vines in here now, I think. I gotta do this. I might have to actually like come at this from above. If I deconstruct the tile, 2 tiles here. Then I'm gonna throw a ladder down in here. That will let me deconstruct in here. Just gotta watch for the pressure differential on both sides of the wall. Okay, so I'm gonna put a second salt vine in there, and hopefully that will consume the chlorine. Because yeah, look, it's already escaping out. That's not great. Not thrilled with that at all. You can also use rusty oxidizer to create a chlorine room around the water tanks. Yeah, we could place it down here and then let the air rise. We have a few options, I guess. Not that this produces a huge amount of chlorine, but definitely produces some. The tricky part is way down there, it'll also be stuck in CO2. So the CO2 is liable to filter its way down below the chlorine, and then the chlorine is liable to get out from the area that I want it to be in. Just because like the order that the gas arranges itself is gonna lead it to not necessarily go the way I want. Oh, let's throw another farm tile here. I'm gonna throw a door on top of this. This crazy little rusty oxidizer has taken far more effort out of me than I really feel like it should. Okay, I need... Oh, I didn't mean... Oh, drat. I forgot to tell them not to break that. I'm wasting all my good CO2. It's all falling down into the base now. That's not good. That's distinctly bad, actually. These are not working right now because they don't have any water. What's the temperature of the water to here? This is 54 degrees. I can't even, like... I guess I could pipe some down here and stick it underneath this bottler. I'm not really fond of the temperature that's going to be down here, but we'll deal with that later. I don't think they're going to be able to reach the whole build here, but we'll see what happens. Can't believe I got you streaming live. I mean, it's 5:30 here, but nice to hear your voice, Fox. Welcome, Black Tura. 5:30 in the morning, I presume, is what you mean. Which is definitely far earlier than I would like to be awake. All right. Okay, this is done here. I need to get this insulated wall built here now. We'll build the floor out to here. Actually, based on the number of salt vines I need on this side, this isn't going to be big enough now. Well, isn't that just dandy? This ladder's got to... I'm wasting time, money, and effort, but this ladder's on the wrong side now. It's got to be over here. Okay, this is built, so let's put a salt vine in here. Oh no, I don't have any more salt plants. Okay. Epic fail. Okay, we got one here we can grab, so let's grab this. There's 2 more up here, we'll need those anyway. Get all of those. And then this one, we can just copy the settings and stick it in there. Okay. This will give away... Wait, you're right, we could use doors as a means of automating destruction of the chlorine. But at least I'm going to get a benefit out of this, too. They can harvest the salt from these, so it gives us something, even though it's not great. Kind of surprised they didn't put a liquid cooler in the game yet. Well, they do have a liquid cooler. It's right here. The, oh, no, I don't have it unlocked yet. Well, the ice maker makes things cold, but, the Thermo Aqua tuner is what you want. I guess it'd probably be in the liquid section, right? Yeah, there we go. Liquids, here it is here. The Thermo Aqua tuner cools it down. Every time it passes through the Aqua tuner, it drops by 14 degrees. So that's pretty much the only cooler, aside from the ice machine, which obviously, you know, cools it also because you gotta make ice, right? What can you use salt for? Salt can be ground up and used as table salt when they're eating. So they get a little benefit out of that by having improved food quality. And then the salt is also used in this rusty oxidizer. So this uses both rust and salt when it's running. Not in huge quantities, mind you, but here's the rusty oxidizer here. So it needs 750 grams per second of rust, 250 grams per second of salt, and 60 watts of power. Yeah, the Thermo Aqua tuner is great. It's just, it's really expensive power-wise. Oh, good. Temperatures are good down here. 39 degrees now. I don't know if it's going to get hot enough for the Slicksters to be happy. But it's definitely warm, at least. It's hot enough that they won't be upset at me. Probably part of that was from the wood burners kicking in and running for a bit. Could salt be used to sterilize water, I wonder? No. When you put the salt into the water, it doesn't dissolve into it. It's just kind of there. Okay, we're gonna throw a mesh tile in here. We're just gonna like mirror the same system over on this side, basically. Dig that up. Another gate light up. What do we got here? Just blueprints. Okay, we have 11 duplicates right now. I think I might... fertilizer I don't necessarily need right now. So, athletics and medicine, cuisine and husbandry. Oh, we could have an actual chef. How about that? Early bird, irritable bowel, and anemic. Minus 50% run speed. Don't expect that cook to get anywhere fast. Basically. I think we'll take Max anyway. Who wants to join the colony? You can be Max. You'll be our official chef, since the chef we have now is sort of a borrowed chef. Not that we have a kitchen really set up for you, but yeah, you'll have to make do. Alright, this can be Grizzly. Welcome to the colony, Grizzly. Okay, now that I built all these crazy ladder things over here that I don't need, I gotta fix this up. I done made a mess over here. Okay, I'm gonna put a ladder here in the middle of this side. So I can deconstruct this. No, actually, I've got... What have I got in here now? 700 grams of CO2, 1,000 on that side. It's not really any better. All right. Let's dig all this out. I wasn't thinking of it at the time I built it, but I need to move one more over here so that I can get another salt vine going. And that'll give me a place where I actually put a ladder down inside. Theoretically. Actually, no, I won't. Don't forget Zach Rhino. Zach Rhino's already in here. There he is. Oh, I haven't given them any skills yet, though. I probably should do that. Let's see. Zach Rhino, animal husbandry. So put them on farming initially. Grizzly we got for cooking, so you can go on cuisine. Congratulations. Matthew Ness, we can bump up to a little bit higher art class. Congratulations. Plumbing and tidying's done. Let's put you on improved carrying so we can boost your strength. Duperific. I guess theoretically we can move you back to the digging now, right? Since we have a proper chef in here now. Rob, we built up through construction. We put him on farming. That can't hurt. And then John P. Research all the way. Let's put you on improved carrying. We'll boost your strength too. Another super chat from Brains 8D. Thanks for the super chat, Brains. Appreciate the support. Thank you very much. Need a blonde dude with the destructive trait as chef. I mean, Gordon Ramsay. Can't go wrong with a Gordon Ramsay dupe, huh? Alright, that was derpy. As expected, I guess. Let's dig this out. Alright. I guess a little bit better airflow across the top, but I probably should put some airflow tiles in here. Which means I don't need to build these ones here. I can just stick the airflow tiles in. There we go. No eating pips. But the pips are good snack food. That's kind of why we started ranching them. Okay, those are growing now, so that's going to consume the chlorine. Actually, I wonder how much these consume now. Fertilization, 7 kilos. What's the input of this? Oh, right. So they don't show you on here when you're farming it what the consumption is, but when you don't have it farmed, it will show you the consumption of chlorine normally. Oh, it's not in chlorine, so I can't see. Ah. All right, this one's in chlorine. Still not giving me anything. Growth pressure. All right. So the tooltip of this one needs a little work. It actually does consume chlorine, but it's not showing the rate at which it's consuming it. Just shows that it consumes 7 kilograms per cycle of sand, but that's not great. I think this pressure is actually rising in here, which means it's not even keeping up with the not even keeping up with the chlorine that we're producing. Just not great. Definitely not what I was shooting for. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. I can actually... If we go this way... Wait, am I going to have enough room for this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that should be right. It should be right. I don't know if it's going to work out exactly the way I was thinking, though. Food, farm tile, flip this over. Let's do the two side by side on the side. How's the heat? Flown to your base yet? Oh, this whole base is hot to begin with. It was already at 30 degrees plus. So this is how it started. This particular colony is hot everywhere, like all the time. Did the pips know they were ranched for food? Oh, no one ever tells the animal that they're ranching them for food. That'd be cruel. You don't want them to know their doom is coming? Come on. This is going to work out quite the way I thought it was going to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Oh, actually, can I rotate this oxygen machine? Please tell me I can rotate the rust oxidizer. No, I can't. Oh, no, that's going to be problematic. So, the chlorine comes... I guess I got to set it on the other side of this, then. I've got this all set up wrong. It's all wrong. I need to be able to feed these little things without climbing in and out of the space all the time. Need to move the smart battery one tile. Yeah, because it needs to be 6 across, right? And I've only got a gap of 5 there. I mean, I'm not super worried about collecting the salt out of it. I just want to be able to supply it with the sand and stuff. Look at that colony. It's so red. So much red. That's less than ideal. Oh, is that water moving now? Oh, it is. Good, good, good. Okay. This system needs to be shut down now. Deconstruct the bridge. Break the bridge. There we go. The pipes have acted a weird way now. Do you see that? We broke the liquid pipe and it actually backflowed a little bit. Even though there's no output here, it like allowed all the contents of the pipe to kind of gather up so that it's all the same pressure amount instead of being smaller amounts. It's weird. This pipe's not finished. What's going on here? Give me a boost. Oh, we probably should have power here too. That's probably an important thing, right? 120 watts. Got a little bit too much running on this thing right now. I gotta set up my power grid. Okay, let's set a priority on this. Oh, actually they're doing the work already. Maybe I don't need to. Look at that, they're actually working efficiently. Who knew dupes could do that? Okay, over here, we're gonna deconstruct this. Dig all that out. Except now I've created a situation where I can't get across. Because I'm so smart. Alright, I want one here. This here. Deconstruct these. What's it gonna take to deconstruct this thing? Oh. It's actually, it is labeled for deconstruction. They just didn't actually label it. That's weird. I think I saw some oxalite above the rock crusher. Oh, there could be. Yep, there's a little pocket of it right there. We also have some up here that's still lasting. This whole area up here is really well oxygenated. I'm just happy these are growing. It was a long time without food in the last colony, and that was bad news, bears. Yeah, heat from the Ziv is nothing on this map. Everything on this map starts at like greater than 30 degrees Celsius. The whole thing's kind of a problem that way. Oh good, these are producing air now, so that's good. Start to swap out to the CO2 we've been living in. Why does tiramisu o'clock never last long enough? Durgan, you're skipping meals because you don't want to cook, and then you have tiramisu handy. Where's all this tiramisu coming from? Okay, farm tiles. So we'll put one here, we'll put another one over here. Yeah, and then I'll leave a gap there so they can actually feed this thing. Tile there. Deconstruct this stuff. I want this to stay trapped in with CO2 for our slickster. Oh, the slickster's hatched! Aw, and they're sleeping, they're so cute! Right now they're happy too, so the temperature must have got up there. What's the temperature here now? 43 degrees. So it's not ideal yet, but we have slicksters and they're pooping. Aw, isn't it cute how they poop? Who left a bush bar up here? Where did that even come from? We weren't. Oh, right. They started making bush bars again. Let's turn this off. I didn't mean for that to be running. They must have. I don't know what they did. They must have ran up there to like snack on the mush bar and then just left it there. A little weird. Who leaves their food just sitting on the floor? Are the doors to the restroom set for one-way traffic? This one is, yeah. This one, not so much. So they can go in and out this one, but when they leave, they gotta wash their hands. If this door here, they can only go into the bathroom through it. Now that we have a little bit of water available again, we can do research. How about that? Let's go ahead and we'll research some liquid tuning. I feel like that'll come in handy. Maybe we can set up a steam-powered generator. That'd be fun. Maybe he was toasting the mush bar on the battery. Maybe. Maybe. He decided he wanted it cooked and we haven't built a fryer yet. He's like, forget this, I'm gonna get mine. Chlorine floating around in here. Okay, this needs to be set for salt vine. So let's copy those settings. We'll plant those over here. This tile needs to be deconstructed. And then I'm going to put a door here, even though I'm not really anticipating going through it. And I'll just close off the access. But at least this way, if I want to go through, I can. This needs to be deconstructed too. And then up above here, we'll of course need our fancy rusty oxidizer. And we can plug this into the power grid I have running over here. I don't like the setup. Too much oxygen is going to go into the CO2 area. So I think this needs to be rectified. Let's do a little something like this. Not sure if they can reach that. Oh yeah, they can. That's good. Okay, so we're gonna put a door here. We'll dig this out, and then I'm gonna set up insulated tile here. So we'll try to keep the heat trapped in here too. The CO2 that's down in here is gonna be a problem. I have an idea. We're going to deconstruct this. Actually, yeah, deconstruct the one in the middle. We'll build a farm tile in here. Food, farm tile. There we go. And we'll transplant one of our fancy little oxyferns up in there. Put a locked automatic door in the new rusty oxidizer so they can grab some salt every once in a while, but the door can stay locked most of the time. My only concern is every time they open the door, the chlorine's going to come out, which I'm not really thrilled about. It'll filter above the CO2, so it's not going to interfere with the slicksters, but not my favorite thing. Let's deconstruct this. I want to seal this off. Throw some insulated tile in there. Oh, we need power here, too. Come on. There we go. Okay, this needs to be planted with an oxfern, which I don't have handy right now, but we can dig one up from the bottom, I guess. The only... I'm reluctant to take away something that's actually providing oxygen, but... I wonder if you can uproot them from underneath. I don't think you can. You can supply them from underneath, but you can't uproot them, I don't think. And even if I did, I guess it would just be sitting in the room, which would be kind of useless. Well, we're going to have this running, so we'll get oxygen from that. I'm going to take one of these from here. And then we're just going to plant it up here. This door we're going to set for no access. Starvation. 25,000 kilocalories. Oxygen is included now. Looks at oxyfern. Well, it's sort of included. I mean, you need a lot of oxyferns to get a decent outcome, but... Ooh, fire poles would be good, yes. We have lots of room for them, too. What's going on down here? Why is this not running? Oh, unintended consequences. Drat. Okay, hold on. This has got to get deconstructed here. I made a mistake. Mistakes were made. Did not mean to connect that to that pipe. I need this onto here. I allowed all my water to flow away, which is just dandy. We're going to put this here too. So we're going to reload the system. But then we need to leave this pipe intact so that we can actually keep pumping water into this little area down here. Okay. That's enough to prime the pump. We can deconstruct this now, I think. What's missing here? Oh, my pipe. There we go. Do my build work. We've got all kinds of chlorine in the middle of the base here now. That's not good. This is running, fortunately. Such as it is. She's a blueprint. Muckroot, pip eggs. I feel like we want the pip eggs. Boost our little agricultural growth system there. I'm gonna take those. I apparently deconstructed the storage container I had in here that I had set up to drop off pip eggs. So I guess we'll do that. What a weird mix of gases I have in this colony. This is just strange. Not the pips. No, poor little guys. Oh, it's okay. They'll be delicious. You drinking beer? I'm not drinking beer. I don't know what you're talking about, Durgan. I plead the 6th. Okay. Top of the colony is reasonably oxygenated. I need to block this off. I meant to do that before. There we go. I don't want all the air going up here, which, you know, we have an ample supply in that little pocket up top now. What I don't like, though, is the whole setup of my flow down here. So this needs to be deconstructed. I'm gonna create ample opportunity for the air to move around here. And this is a terrible setup, actually. All things considered. Not good. Like someone made a smelly... The 6th. Hold on, I don't know that one. Usually people plead the 5th. That's right. This one is specifically related to alcohol. We make it up as we go. That's right. It's Dad Soda's Billy White Jr. You got it. Just a little bit of wobbly pop. It's fine. For a second, I thought you said fireball, and then this is... Wow, the stream just kicked up a notch. I wish we could have fireballs in the game sometimes. That'd be neat. I would, unfortunately, find ways to blow myself up by accident, but... Some poor little duplicate trapped in a room and the whole thing just goes kaboom. Yeah, I feel like that's how that would probably play out. Maybe not the best way to go. This is a horrible little setup down here, but hopefully the oxyfern will clean out the CO2 enough that they can get it all working well. This one's so full of chlorine over here now. That concerns me. If we're gonna have a door, we might as well have it open quickly. We'll stick that up in there. Okay, good. Alright, we have a stable supply of oxygen. As pressure builds, it's slowly moving the CO2 down. I really should get rid of some of the CO2 that's over here. Well, I want as much as possible for this stuff to filter downward. Nope, if I do that, the egg's gonna fall. I can't do that. It's not going to be symmetrical. Sorry, everyone. I know how much you guys like your symmetry. It's not happening there. More research. Man, I'm impressed how quickly we got our hands on a little bit of water. That was pretty handy. Alright, we can do high culture. I mean, I don't have any reed fiber yet. Probably should set up a Dreco farm so we can get reed fiber. Smart storage and solid transportation seems like a good option. Renewable energy would also be alright. Yeah, we'll go this way. Whatever happened with our shine bugs? They don't really seem to be reproducing at rates we saw in previous colonies. Oh, we got a purple one. A royal bug. Just means that one's a royal pain in the backside. It's all full of itself. It's superior feeling. That's right. Asymmetrical garbage. You got it. This ground beef is amazing? What? You can spawn a meteor inside a room with a sandbox, and as close to a fireball as I can think. Yeah, I mean, I guess that might come close. Sort of. I mean, it makes the boom. It damages stuff and injures the duplicates if they get hit by it. So I guess it's kind of like a meteor. Ooh, there's salt on the ground. We got our first harvest out of there. How about that? This one I'm not going to be able to harvest as easily, though, which is kind of a nuisance. Probably should move that smart battery. How are the slicksters doing temperature-wise? 41 degrees, 43, 44. All right, so they're in a range where they're not going to be too upset with me. Oddly enough, this metal ore is actually keeping things cooler here, I think. It's only 30 degrees. I'm going to set up a sweeping job in here. We'll get rid of the stuff that's on the floor, and that might actually allow the temperature to rise a bit higher. I got to figure out what to do with this oil now that they've started to pool it in here, though. I sort of didn't plan to pick it up. Soon your food won't be in carbon dioxide, but that's okay. It doesn't need carbon dioxide specifically. It just needs pressure. So the way that this is positioned, the oxygen pressure here should continue to push CO2 into here anyway. It's compressing it, so we're getting higher pressure in here. I'll ultimately want to swap this out for something anyway. I'd rather have oxygen here than CO2, because that way our farmers can breathe while they're working. No, oxferns don't drop seeds, unfortunately. Will the oil produced by the slicksters flood your batteries? It will at some point, yeah. So I'm gonna need to deal with that eventually. I mostly put the batteries there to generate heat, though. I didn't necessarily need the excess power storage. It worked pretty well. I mean, we got up to 40 degrees pretty easily. Sure, Drecos get to be farmed and not eaten, but Pips, no, they're food. This is unfair. Pips demand justice. Drecos should be killed also. Okay. I'm an equal opportunity meat eater. I find this option acceptable. Critter egg. Let's put pip eggs in here. Gotta get the pip eggs that are sitting over here by the gate. Ship them over here before they hatch. I guess we could ranch them or like wrangle them afterwards, but to start getting some medicine. Potentially. We need a break room. How are we doing bed-wise? We have 12 duplicates, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4... Oh, 12 beds. How about that? What? We have the right number of beds? No, that can't be happening. That never happens. If we clean up the floors in here, we might get a decent morale boost, too. Get some decor. Some acceptable decor in this place. Clean it all up. Sweep everything. There we go. Look at that. They're finally tidying. I'm going to leave them alone. I'm not going to give them a job for a little bit. I'm desperate to give them something more to do, but I'm just going to let them clean up a little bit because that'll help our decor value. Last thing I mastered before I took a break until this is released was a glossy Dreco farm. Lots of work, but worth it. Yeah, getting that plastic out of them is great. Oh, look, our hatch is hatched. Aw, now we got little baby hatches. I have nothing to feed them, though. That's kind of problematic. Oh, clay. What have we got clay-wise? Clay, dirt, forest muckroot, lettuce, meal lice, meat, muckroot, mush bar, nutrient bar, or sand. I don't really want to feed them any of those things. I guess clay is probably the best option. Cultivatable soil is where the clay is. Only 190 kilograms. That's like nothing. Alright, we might need to make some sand. Salt to table salts. Igneous rock to sand. We have lots of igneous rock right now, so let's produce a bunch of sand. We'll feed them sand. Man, these are like the easiest pets ever. You just shove sand in their face. Why not dirt? You got tons of those because dirt is more valuable in my mind. Save all your clay. You'll leave for ceramics later on. Yeah, we have almost no clay anyway. Anyone know how CrypticFox got started with streaming? I know. Pick me. Pick me. Pick me. I know. You can't feed them igneous rock directly, but I can take the igneous rock and break it into sand and then feed them the sand. So that's what I'm doing. So let's set this for sand. Where are we? Hatch. Sand. Here we go. Hatch and hatchling. We'll just jam them full of sand. We'll name them Sandbag. And they shall be lovable. And just like plush toys, they won't tip over. Yeah, so in terms of streaming, though, I started doing recorded videos, I want to say 5.5 years ago, something like that. It might even be close to 6. You in the front, answer the question. It was probably somewhere between 5 and 6 years ago, I think I started. I was doing recorded videos. Originally, I was doing a lot of toy box building kind of stuff with Disney Infinity. And I just started branching out into doing other games. And there was a point where I decided I was going to try streaming. Just to kind of see what it was like. So I did. And turns out it was fun. So, and I was relatively successful at it. So I did some more streams, and over time it just got to be something I was doing. Actually, I do more streams now than I do recorded videos, which has its pluses and negatives, the way, based on how YouTube works. But yeah, so it's a pretty simple start, really. I love how the numbers for weight are in this. Could you imagine having 500 tons of dirt? I know, right? It's not exactly realistic quantities of things. Is it almost 5 years, or is it more? I feel like it should be more than 5 now. It feels like forever ago. I've been doing this so long now. It's almost like I've kind of always been doing it, but obviously that's not the case. I had seen other people doing recorded videos and streaming of like gameplay and stuff online. I was like, oh, it's kind of fun. Wife and kids are often in bed early at night, so I would just play games and stuff on my own. And I was like, well, you know what? If I'm going to be playing the games anyway, I might as well try streaming it. And it's funny how much streaming has really taken off. Like, it's become all the rage. I think, in particular, Fortnite really boosted that. Not that people weren't already streaming, but just it seems to have really taken off as a result. Okay. This is building up a little more slowly than I thought it would, but that's okay. We can start to set in some toilets now, and that will crank up our water. Oh, actually, this won't build up because the sinks produce the same amount they consume, so we're going to get like a net gain of 0 there. Start swapping toilets out. This will produce the excess water because the lavatory is what gives the extra. We might even spoil our duplicates and actually give them the ability to shower in this colony. Clean dupes. Who knew that was a possible thing? Let's see. Pufflets. We got a Stinky. Tidying and building. I kind of like the tidying. I kind of want him. Ranching, operating, digging, ranching, doctoring. Night Owl, Loud Sleeper's not great, but we can put Stinky on a different schedule. Let's be Brains 8D. Welcome to the colony. You can be a Stinky, and we're gonna put you on a tidying job. All right, tidying, good. Good. Zach Rhino. What an appropriate name for someone who are getting into ranching. Okay, Sean, we can move you up to Improved Construction 2. Matthew Ness, we can go to Masterwork Decorating, but you are not at all in a good shape for that. Why don't I have you on Artwork? I think I picked him arbitrarily because he had some creativity. For now, I'm just going to give you Improved Carrying Strength. We're going to need to do something about the morale. So I haven't really been focused on morale at all because it hasn't really been an issue. We haven't really been advancing that far in the skill tree, so morale is not really hurting that much. But we probably should start to focus on that now. We can build them a place to eat. We can build them a break room. Those two things will help a lot with morale. Improved Carrying 2. Actually, you know what? I don't think we have any copper on this asteroid. Which means we may not be able to make exosuits. Kind of an odd improved carrying there. Sort of an odd consequence of playing this one. Alright, Gazilla Gomez. I guess we'll give you improved carrying. Also, Richard's already maxed out. We can, man. Richard's doing everything. He's got it all. Alright. We're all skilled up. Exosuits take any kind of refined metal now. Oh, that's good. And when it was refined, when it was just like the copper specifically, that was really kind of a nuisance. So I'm glad they fixed that. I don't like the way this is working. Don't like how that's working. This air pressure is building up fine up here, but I'm not really getting the downward movement because this is too over top of things. Well, I mean, they can breathe, so I guess I probably shouldn't complain. That's already an improvement over some of my colonies. Dude. Trying so hard to wait till it's cool enough to not to burn your... What's this? What are you eating now, Kalani? Oh, rice quinoa meat bowl. Actually, that's not good. Thanks for explanation. I remember years ago that being the younger brother, I usually had to watch my brother play games more often than I got to play. Go figure. Probably why I enjoy watching today. It could be, Brian. I was the younger brother also, but with only two of us at the time when we were growing up, it was you know, arcade games in like an actual like stand-up arcade place, or playing on like the Atari or playing on the Nintendo. So often those games were like two-player with controller anyway. So we did get to play, unless they were role-playing games. Then there was a lot of watching. Starvation. I don't understand how you managed to starve. What is wrong with you that you starve even when we've got all this food? Okay, this third schedule. I need to fix this. I just did this temporarily because we need to like... We need to get somebody to go eat quickly. Actually, a couple times. We were really threading the needle on the food supply last time we played. So we'll set all these to work. This schedule is going to be... specifically for... Was it Brains or Grizzly that was the snorer? I guess we'll put them both on that one. I can't remember which is which. Schedule 3. We're going to alternate, so we have Rancher... Whoops. That was not what I meant to do. I want you in Schedule 2. There we go. So we'll have Rancher in each of those. Probably should have a Digger in Schedule 2. Alright, that'll work. There's not really that much difference between the schedules, mind you. It's only like a couple segments, but... Wow, put me with the loud guy. Well, but then, if you're lucky, you'll be sleeping on different floors, and then it won't be an issue. They really will not clean up this floor, though. I even set a higher priority on it. Toilet's ready, but the sinks are not. I'm gonna need more water up there. This may not be enough to back it up to the sinks to actually make them work. Oh, they might be alright. We'll see. Okay, I'm gonna do you a solid. Let's break this toilet so you don't have to clean it. You're welcome. Accept checks. No, actually I don't. Nobody accepts checks anymore. Okay. Insulated pipe. Let's make this priority 6, because I would like them to do this rather quickly if we can. He was a baby with 8 other siblings, all brothers. That is a lot of siblings. And a very loud household, I'm quite sure. Much more Final Fantasy on the Nintendo than I ever played on any system after that. My favorite game on the original Nintendo role-playing wise was the original Dragon Quest game. I had a lot of nostalgia around that game. I'm sure if I played it now, I wouldn't like it, but... Notice that clean jobs don't get handled as quickly in the... Oh, you know what it is? I've been bringing in duplicates that I haven't been setting priorities on, too, which is not helping. Tidying. So, I mean, I have Lombardio set on tidying, but we can also put Brains on that. Zacharada will boost ranching. Grizzly we want promptly on food. Maybe I should just crank up everybody's tidying a little bit. Matthew Ness, you're not doing any artwork, buddy. How about you, like... Get with the program. You can focus on tidying, too. We'll do more art later, and we'll change your skills then. But in the meantime, chop chop. Digging. Yeah, I think everybody else is already prioritized, so we should be all right. All right, hopefully that will increase the cleanup rate. They are tidying. They're doing it. Like, this bottom area is getting better. But they're, like, starting from the bottom and working their way up. Your mom gave her family of 7 kids. You have lots of cousins. I bet you do. Love them all. They were megaturds. But let's face it. I mean, the whole role of being a brother is to be a megaturd, is it not? Isn't that how that works? Always going back to older games tend to feel slower, but still nostalgia is good. Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, when you think about the game and what it meant to you at the time, it always looks shinier than when you go back and look at it. Like, I remember playing... I was on an exchange trip once to Newfoundland, and... I was staying in somebody's house at the time because it was during school. It was a school thing, and so we stayed with the people while we were there. And they had the Sega Genesis, and that's where I got introduced to the game Road Rash. And I just remember we were up like almost all night when we were there playing Road Rash and just laughing our pants off. It was hilarious, and we were having a blast with the game. But you know, to go back and look at it now, it looks it looks kind of cheesy. But at the time, it was awesome. Yeah, as an older brother, being a Megaturds in the job. Yeah, that's kind of how that works. I had an older brother. I used to pick fights with him because I was that younger brother that would like go just walk around poking him like just poking the bear constantly, trying to get a reaction. You know, until he would like turn and like beat me up, and then I wouldn't be happy about it. Mom, he beat me up. Stop bugging your brother. I forgot you were watching this live. Oh, hi, Necrotic. Welcome to the live stream. Glad you were able to tune in. You have a younger brother who's a PETA? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, you know, when you're growing up, that's what siblings are for. We used to, like, I mean, being brothers, we got into fist fights. And when I say we got into fist fights, it was really more about me curling up and him hitting me. Because I would start the fight, but then I was always a kind of a giant wuss. So it was always one of those things where he'd trounce me. But then when we weren't living together and he lived out in Edmonton, that's when we get along best. It's after we were older and not in the same house anymore. Start building more stores. Yeah, we're gonna need it, huh? It's getting pretty full down here. I'm not entirely sure where I want to put it. I guess I could put it over here, I suppose. I have all this space over here that's not really gonna be used. We can throw this here just in case we happen to end up with more pips. We'll put airflow tile in here so the CO2 can filter down. Not that it's not gonna matter a whole lot, I don't think. Take all this out. Stick some more storage in here. Which I guess if I'm putting the storage containers in, I didn't really need to dig it, but there we go. Yeah, well, he was in Edmonton because he was in the military. So when we were teenagers, he went and lived with my dad in Manitoba, and then he later joined the military when he turned 18, and then they stationed him out in Edmonton. So, hence the reason we were kind of like in opposite parts of the country. And then I have a sister who lives out in BC, so it's like we're kind of spread all over. Where's the chlorine coming from? It's coming from up here. So these rusty oxidizers, they produce a decent amount of oxygen, but unfortunately they also produce chlorine. So they're producing 570 grams per second of oxygen compared to the electrolyzer, for example, that produces 888. So electrolyzer is a little bit better, but 570. But they also produce 30 grams per second of chlorine. There's no tooltip right now that shows what rate the salt vine consumes chlorine, so I don't know exactly how many of them I need, but we had a little bit of overflow while I was getting this stuff set up. They're running okay now, and the chlorine's staying where it should, but you know, we still ended up with a little pocket that kind of got in there. Didn't get back into gaming until Splinter Cell was released. Went out and bought an Xbox just for that game, then playing SOCOM on the PS2. Oh, that's cool. I was always into like the strategy style games. Like I loved playing StarCraft, Warcraft, XCOM. When the original XCOM came out, it was huge on that. You're wearing tinted glasses. You know it's nighttime, right, Poe? At least I'm assuming it's nighttime. Yeah, wait, you're in North America. Yeah, it's nighttime. Uh-oh, what's going on here? Fertilization. Oh, it's waiting on dirt. Needs the dirt. You hit your brothers with the broom. Oh, fire poles. Yeah, that's what I meant to make. Thank you. Appreciate the reminder. All right, so fire poles are unlocked. We can make those out of aluminum. Let's see. We'll put one here. Fire poles are the best. That'll definitely make the colony better. Oh, they dug this out. I probably should have them dig more of this coal out here. Bunch of sour gas in there. They will work both ways. They can climb up the fire pole also, but they go really slow. So it's good to put them next to a ladder so they can go down fast, but they'll climb up at the normal rate on the ladder. Oh, a bed short? Oh, I am. You're right. I forgot we brought in another dupe. I'm super observant that way. You probably noticed by now. It's one of my best traits. Okay, let's put, whoops, nope, cots in here. Blah. We'll do like the same pattern as we had up above. Or, actually not, below and over, I guess. Furniture. I could put large sculpting blocks in here, but I kind of like having the planters in there, so I think we'll just do the smaller ones. Make that out of granite. Let's get some planters in here. We can put some more of that fancy seed in. Mirth leaf or whatever. Look at that. These dupes have a nice place to sleep. Decor value 87. I didn't max out the decor yet. Not quite. Temp shift plates, liquid tepidizer. Alright, those are good. Don't forget one of them snore. I put them on a different schedule. So I should actually pay attention to where they're sleeping. But I have Grizzly. I couldn't remember whether it was Grizzly or Brains that snored, so I just put them both on schedule 3. Hope the loud sleeper takes one of the end beds. They're on a different pattern of sleeping. Trying to combo 2 volcanoes and a saltwater geyser together. For what? To like do like for evaporation, you mean? Take the salt water and produce steam so you can get salt out of it and water? Somebody's cosplaying Polani. Did the Slicksters evolve already? They did hatch. Uh-oh. Oh no, they evolved into meat. I thought it was hot enough down here for them. They had lots of CO2. Oh no, the temperature dropped. Oh no, I wasn't paying attention. It was over 40, but it got cooler. Probably because, you know, it's probably because the oil actually cooled the batteries, which... mistakes were made. Okay, is this set up for meat? It is. It's Party 7. Somebody go pick up that Slickster meat. We don't want to leave that sitting there. Actually, it's in CO2. It won't go bad. It's probably better where it is. Here's blueprint. Water barbecue. 12,000 kilocalories of barbecue. You know we're taking that. Print. Look, guys, I brought you a feast. You're welcome. Made it myself. This is one dark Pokemon game. They evolved into me. I hope we can find some more Slickster eggs, but I think in the long run this was probably not the best place to have it. I think I can mop up the oil here. Yeah, we can mop up the oil, so we've got some bottled oil I can do something with later. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but we got it. Oop, this here. Critter eggs. Oh, you know what's funny? I put these pip eggs inside the storage bin, and then the pips took them out. They just pulled them out and dumped them on the ground. That's funny. Oh yeah, storage settings. Yeah, I was kind of hoping they would finish building them, but I guess we can do that. They haven't finished making them yet. More research. Getting close to being finished with all the core stuff. Let's go with the medicine thing, I guess. Why not, right? Yeah, we'll tackle that one now. Should we have a medical emergency, it's probably a good idea. Third toilet in the lab, yes, thank you. Let's see, deconstruct that. Show me that sweet, sweet lavatory. Come on, break the toilet. It's funny how sometimes it labels it for the deconstruction and other times it doesn't. Can't decide how it does that. I wonder if it's when I click on the building and choose deconstruct if it's not labeling it. Okay. Get this done quickly. How are we doing down here? Okay, we're starting to store fresh water over here. I mean, fresh in the sense that it's clean. It has germs in it, though. A little bit of food poisoning in there, but that's okay. It's just a little food poisoning. It's still good. It's still good. Let's put a door here. It occurs to me, if I'm going to do this, probably, well, whatever. Door here, door here. I'm going to convert this over to just regular tile. We need ladders in here initially, and we'll get rid of them afterwards. I'm gonna fill this room up with chlorine so that we have a way to disinfect the water here. It's not super important, but if I should decide that I want to use it for food or something later, that'd probably be a good idea. Just in case. Someone died? I don't think so. Okay, we still have 13 dupes. I think we're good. Everybody's alive and well in this colony so far. Probably shouldn't count my hatches before they've hatched, but... Constant food poisoning just puts hair out of your chest. That's right. You know, they say that if you don't encounter enough germs, your immune system will probably be weaker, so we're really doing the duplicates a favor. Please deconstruct Level's tree with the Vips. The trouble is they're going to keep planting it. I should set these containers to store arbor. So the pips will stop planting seeds up there. Arbor acorns. Copy settings. We'll stick them over here, I guess, since these are all full. This tree's not going to grow either. It's like 93%, but it's not going to grow any branches because there's both the doors and the grooming station in the way. Might want to change your bitrate a little. Just got a little choppy for a sec. Oh. I mean, I have my bitrate at 9 megabits per second. Yeah, the dupe immune system works very different than it used to. You could build tiles over the air tunnels. Yeah, I could, but they hadn't been constructed yet. Oh, no, actually, no, you're right. 2 of them hadn't been constructed already. I could have done that. I was thinking of the one that wasn't built yet, so I just swapped them out the same way. All this torture has a purpose, guys. Don't worry, we're making super dupes. That's right. We want them to... Well, actually, we could make some super dupes. We have up here... Where is it? Yeah, here we go. We have a neural vacillator here. I saw a second one somewhere, I think. Yeah, there's a second one over here. Bit of a crazy system to get them to open it, but... So we have 2 neural vacillators. We could give some duplicants some cool new powers. I guess they won't quite be super dupes, but they'd have a couple additional traits. I really should go up there and do that. It's all full of chlorine, though. Oh, interesting. In here, we have to move a duplicate into this room. I think. To unlock this door, maybe? Where's our automation grid? So this sensor will trigger this one. And then we also need a duplicate here to trigger that. To get an input here, and then we'll have to have another. So we're going to need like 3 duplicates here to open up this door. Or we could just deconstruct it. Will it let me? They've got a really fancy system up there, but I might actually just be able to deconstruct the door. I'm kind of hoping that's the way we can go. Is your computer hardwired in your internet? Or is it using Wi-Fi? It's hardwired in. I don't use Wi-Fi. I mean, with my laptop and stuff I do, but for my desktop computer I don't. Particularly because I know I'm going to be streaming. I want that the best quality connection. Just deconstruct the wall into the... Yeah, I'm not gonna bother. It's funny that they set all those up, but I'm sure nobody does it. But Fox, that's cheating. Hey, Elbow. Elbow. Yeah, for streaming Wi-Fi is not optimal. No, it's not. I mean, pretty much playing any online game, it's a similar scenario. You know, anytime you want a low latency connection, you're better not using Wi-Fi for that. If they would hurry up and build this stuff, I'm gonna do a storage container in here. If we dig over here, we can grab this bleach stone. We'll put it in the storage container. That'll fill this room up with chlorine. It's also going to have a lot of CO2 in here, unfortunately, but I can't really do a lot about that at the moment. Looking to upgrade your PC soon, Intel or AMD? That's a really good question. I mean, I've heard that the AMD stuff is really good for streaming. At least that's what everybody's saying in like the reviews and stuff, but anybody that know that actually bought the AMD for streaming didn't like it. So I don't entirely know what the deal is there. I have a pre-built computer. The one I'm using is an HP Omen gaming PC. Not a top of the line one, but I've been really happy with the performance on it. So I would almost be inclined to get another one, but a higher model. Because it's been really good for me. You have no problem with your AMD CPU? Oh, okay, so there's one person now. I mean, it's not that anyone had a problem with it. It was just that they didn't think they were getting the level of performance that they thought they were going to get from it, I think, is the deal. How about airflow tiles below the grooming station in the pip farm for better airflow? Yeah, that's not a bad idea. They can't plant there anyway. I wish I had more of these oxyferns I could put in here so we could convert a little bit more of the CO2. I mean, they're doing a pretty good job, mind you, but this whole section in here is not getting the right pressure, so it's not clearing out of CO2 the way I would like. It's a really weird setup. Normally I try to keep everything as open as possible so that I can have as much airflow as possible. But because of the farm I put in here, I can't really do that. Oh, they escaped when I opened the floor. Darn you little pips. They all ran for it. They knew what was coming. They know they were on the dinner menu. Wrangle those. Wasn't there 3 there a second ago? Maybe it was only 2. Go get him. Get him back in the room. Oh, no. This one even got into the storage area. It's gonna... Oh, come on. Oh, there he goes. Leave my stuff alone. These little pips are trouble. Oh, right. Just stop and take care of that while you're hanging out. Alright, 1 pip back. Go get him. Oh, he dodged it. He went up top. Stop emptying my storage containers. There he goes. That's better. Get him out of there. And it's really cute, the little effect they have, but it's also super annoying. I told the pips it was you that let him... Ah, I knew it, rabid dog. I mean, you were campaigning for their release earlier. They staged the breakout. Alright, let's go grab, I guess... Man, the zooming thing is still throwing me way off. Okay, let's grab... we'll go all the way through the jetpacks. Why not? We're just knocking research out now. I don't necessarily need it right away to build anything. But, okay, while we're up here, let's also give these duplicants a place they can finally have dinner. And then maybe they'll be happy. Okay, let's see... Where are we here? Great Hall. They took out the light requirement, which is nice. Getting the plus 20 decor item. We should be able to do that without too much trouble. That's table, no industrial machinery. Okay, I'm gonna start first with the art piece thing. There's oh, I don't have it unlocked yet. There's like a big marble block thing we can do. I want to put that in the middle and then put the tables on the other side. What's that? There's a restaurant. I don't know if anyone here's from New York City, but there's a restaurant in New York that has a giant Buddha statue, and I can't for the life of me think of it. That's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna have a giant. What happened here? Oh, I broke. Oh. Stakes are made. I meant to break the ladder that was there, and apparently I broke the wall too. Because, you know, smart. There was another one out here. I thought there were 3. Or did they wrangle it and then not take... Nope, they wrangled it and then didn't take it back. That was smart of them. Go get him again. Get that little pip. There we go. Tyler Peterson with the super chat. Thanks, Tyler. Appreciate the support. Much appreciated. I just found out today, too, when I was poking around on my YouTube account, that I have access to tiers now for channel membership. So I've had channel memberships, I want to say, for somewhere between a year and a half, where people can, like, sponsor the channel for, like, $4.99 a month kind of thing. But there was only ever one option. Like, you just pick the one, and that's like, oh, the Vol Pup. All right, we're taking the Vol Pup. I don't know what to do with him, but we're going to take him anyway because it's cool. Tao, that's the restaurant. Thank you. Yeah, so they gave me these, so now I have these membership tiers where I can actually set different levels. So I can have like a $1.99 level, the $4.99 level, and like a $9.99 level, or whatever. I can do like, I don't know how many of them I can have, but just discovered that today. I was like, oh, that's really cool. I think they made an announcement about it at VidCon, but I didn't think it was actually accessible yet. Tao Uptown. Yep, that's the place. I was gonna say, where'd the Vol go, but what the? Did he just teleport through the floor? That is cool. I don't think I've ever had a Vol Pup yet. Let's see, where is this little Vol? There you go, Vol Pup. The trouble is they eat regolith. Oh, they'll also eat dirt and iron. Oh, okay. How do you keep them contained if they can just go right through the floor? They cannot burrow through refined metal, so I have to make a refined metal container to store this little Vol. I hope I can wrangle this guy. I don't know where we're going to put him, though. He's cute and all, but where do you put a guy that just drills through everything? Oh, look at him sleeping. Sleeping in the dirt, but we can still see him. Kill him? No, he's too cool. We want him. We gotta keep a fancy Vol around. I don't know what for, but for reasons. We're gonna keep the Vol for reasons. Oh. You know what? I got these shine bugs trapped up here. I should probably open these doors. These ones are stuck in the door. Why did you go in the door? You're gonna keep whoever sleeps there wide awake. That is ridiculous. Oops, I had the door selected. There we go. Open the door. Let the shine bugs out. Oh, they're in the room. Oh. I'm sensing the demise of some shine bugs coming soon. Make a new holding pen. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'll have to make it out of refined metal though. otherwise, I'm never gonna keep them contained. I don't know how much metal it's gonna take, but we'll make a little room for him. Isn't he cute? Oh, that's interesting. That's full of oxygen. Where did the chlorine go? Waiting rust, waiting salt. Consumable ore, salt. I do still have some. Rust, I have 5.2 tons. I guess they're just waiting on the delivery. It's funny, that must have been a while though, because all the chlorine got consumed in here. Interesting. Realizes why I had those shine bugs trapped in the first place. No, I didn't have them trapped. I was giving them a space to just fly in and out of. And I put the feeder out here so they wouldn't stay necessarily in the stable, but I wasn't really expecting them to actually get stuck in the door. That's kind of inconvenient. Okay, I've realized something here. I need everybody very high on the toggling. If I want you to toggle something, I want you to do it quickly, please. Thank you. That's better. Get out of the room. These shine bugs are going to be a problem. They may have to go. I can't make a critter lure yet, though, so that's kind of a problem. They can't burrow through nearly impenetrable material, abyssite, obsidian, etc., as well as refined metal. Oh, okay, that's cool. Placing shambooks at the LEDs. The trouble is, it wakes up the duplicates. They don't get a good sleep. They're next to the loud sleeper. Who drank all the water? Waited the whole stream to find out. It's a mystery. It's a question that can never be answered. Because the duplicates don't really drink. I'm surprised this CO2 isn't filtering down and allowing the oxygen to move up as readily. It's really odd that there's a pocket of oxygen here at high concentration. With high concentration CO2 above it. That's really... Oh, that's starting to shuffle a bit now. Weird. That's right, 10 question signs still can't answer. What the... This is like the alt escape artist pip over here. I cannot keep this one pemmed up. I think they're wrangling it and then not delivering it. For some reason. Please someone pick up the pip. I can't even put a priority on it. Let's put a priority on this though. Make that pip delivery. Don't let him lose again. Food shortage. Wait, what happened? Food was growing. Now it's not. The Fan Ape Crochet. Still 27 minutes before the stream ends. It's the Houdini pip. There we go. We finally got him. We finally got that pip. I don't know what you're complaining about so much, Rabbit Dog. We haven't eaten a pip in a while. We've gone this whole stream without consuming one. I feel like that's good. We're good people, because we haven't eaten the pip in one stream. Let's put an automatic door. Oh, actually, can he go through the door, I wonder? Hopefully not. Hopefully not. We're going to put the vole in here. Oh, actually, which means... Oh, that's problematic. I can't put it above there. Never mind. Things will get too hot. They'll get a little spicy. Oh, I trapped you. I guess you're not entirely trapped. You're alright. Okay, I was going to put it there, but that might actually present problems. I don't want the duplicates running through here constantly, so I'm planning to close these doors and leave them closed once we get stuff built in here. It's a lot of CO2 in there, though. Alright, let's go dig all this out. I want to take this bleach stone and we'll put it inside the little container. That will fill this space up with chlorine, and that will do a little purifying for us. Not that there's a ton of water in here, but... We're good people who don't eat animals. What's in the pot, CrypticFox? Nothing. That's right. There's nothing in the pot. Don't you look in there. It's fine. It didn't say I couldn't eat it. Never mind the fact I can't talk. Quiet you. Getting a lot of buffering. Oh, that's not good. You might need to lower the quality. So I'm streaming at 1080p, 60 frames per second. If you lower it down to 720, or if you're on a mobile phone, lower it down to like 480. That should help it. The door has to be made of refined metal, steel typically, I think. Can you even make a door out of refined metal? I don't think you can. I have refined aluminum. But you can't make the door out of refined metal. Fine for me. Yeah, it's always going to be a little bit different. So depending on what your internet connection is like, depending on what device you're on, you might need to tweak your settings a little bit to get the stream to flow. This is not prettiest colony, but it's surviving. So that's already an improvement over the last one, right? Okay, furniture. Let's do large sculpting block in here. Oh, it's better. So this small one gives plus 12. And the mirth leaf... It's not telling me what the decor is giving me. Mirth leaf. There we go. Decor plus 25. 12 and 25 versus a tall statue, which I didn't even choose to make out of granite because I'm smart. I want to see what the tall statue gives us. I have a feeling it might actually be better to use the smaller statue and the hanging pot in here. Decor plus 10. Plus 5. Yeah. Let's go with the small sculpting block, I guess. We'll make that out of granite. Deconstruct this. Oh, I can't even. It's actually, never mind. I thought this was 4 tiles high, but it's only 3. So that's not going to work. We got to go with the large sculpting block because that will take up the most space. Wolframite also works for the Voldors. Okay. Steel is refined metal. Did it even give me an option for steel? I thought it said iron. It says iron ore and aluminum ore. It's not giving me a... I mean, I think the only... I have aluminum. So you wait, you've got to actually make steel doors? Oh my god, that's crazy. All right, I don't want to do that. Hipster's just green trash madness. I'm gonna let the Vol run loose because frankly, I don't know how to contain it yet. And we can't make steel because I don't have a steel setup. So run free, little Vol. Oh man, Drew. Apparently we used up all that water over here. I really should research this thing. Let's find out what cycle this thing runs on. Cancel this. Analyze. Give me them their datas. It's not running right now, so clearly it's ooh. I want to harvest that. By the same token, I don't want duplicates hanging out and they're getting scalded. What's... Hello with the lag? No, don't die on me now! Uh-oh. I think a black hole ate our colony. Whew. Oh, there we go. Nope. Something's going bad. The stream didn't die, did it? Voles are a good source of meat, that's about it. Yeah, you can also use them for cleaning up regolith, right? If you have them up in near the surface of the planet. Oh, phew. Alright, I thought the colony was getting eaten, but it's okay, we recovered. It's just a little janky, it's still good, it's still good. With that little spinning wheel there, I thought we were done for. Voles can drop 16 kilocalories of meat too, which is good. Oh, that's a good amount. I mean, we only have one, but Windows updates rule. I wonder if that's what it was. Yeah, let's save this just in case. Just in case. It auto-saves. I mean, I have it auto-saving every cycle, so it would have been a scenario where we would have only lost, like, part of a cycle, so it would have been alright, but... Ooh, that's not good. Why is there so much CO? Oh. Right. Every time they go through that door... We're inviting in a pocket of CO2 that I've been building up out here that I was originally building up for I was building it for our slicksters, but now we don't have any slicksters because I'm a bad parent and they didn't survive. They died. The temperature dropped in here. I think the oil actually cooled the batteries, which lowered the ambient temperature in the space because we were up over 40 degrees and we definitely are not now. So note to self, don't allow a cooling medium in a place you're trying to keep hot. Mistakes were made. Many, many mistakes. Where's, I want that big fancy, yeah, there it is here. I want that marble block. That's what I wanted. Make our duplicates their own little Tau uptown. Yep, we can copy those over. Oh, they finished building that finally. Insufficient water. Oh, there's a little... Alright. Well, isn't that great? If I dig that out, the water should flow just enough for us to get another little shot down there, which should be enough to feed some research. So, I mean, we got to use the water at least to propel some more research forward. We got to build our bathroom system, which should maintain itself now. What is going on? That's kind of important. Totally didn't realize I did that. I'm sure you guys probably mentioned it, and I neglected to see it because I'm smart. We backed up the whole water system, which means the toilets are basically non-functional until they fix that pipe. So you're saying the slicksters were made the oil and were hoisted by their own petard? That's exactly what happened. They pooped on the floor. The poop cooled the batteries in the space they were living in. It got too cool for them to survive, and they croaked. That's exactly how that went down. Ooh, algae. 13 duplicates. Food is kind of treading water. We're not really gaining a lot of ground there, but I think we can bring in one more. So we can bring in decorating, suit wearing, tidying, or tidying. Tidying or tidying. Iron gut or iron gut. I think we're going to take Nisbet, because frankly, I don't like flatulence. That's super annoying unless I have a system built to try to actually capitalize on it. And most of the time I don't. So, yeah, there's that. This will be Tyler Peterson. Welcome to the colony, Tyler. No guarantee of survival, as always, in any colony that we happen to have. Thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated. Would liquid tile drop the oil out of the way of the machinery? It would, yeah. But, well, the trouble is, ordinarily I would say yes, it would. I also could have mopped it up the way I did now to put it in containers, but it would have fallen into the plants, and then obviously that was not an ideal scenario. Nominations, Slicksters for the 2019 Darwin Awards. I don't know if they have Darwin Awards anymore. They might have done away with those. We can squeeze a little water out over here too, actually, if I deconstruct this. Let's dig this out. Throw a little mop in here. We got a little bit of water. Next time we have Slicksters, if we have them, we'll have to put them someplace they're a little easier to maintain. Good to see the colony survive this long. Yeah, we've stabilized. We're in good shape now. Mealwood over oil is grizzly, fave. There's nothing quite so delectable as crude oil on top of your wriggling white worm dinner. Only CrypticFox would love to see the food production is plateauing and think we can handle another one. That's right. That's how we work. We take many duplicants in here. I mean, it got to the point where I was flying on autopilot with the colony most of the time. So, you know, 20, 25, 30 duplicants was perfectly manageable. These last couple colonies with everything shaken up by starting in a forest biome was not feeling so good about it, but we do have food supply now. Not that it's great. I mean, we can, obviously if we take too many, this will all collapse on us, but the game has such a great comedic timing. The hunger alert was on cue. Food shortage. Ooh, man, we got all the way to what happened? What happened? We had more than that a minute ago. Everybody decided to have dinner at the same time, I think. Furniture. Still waiting. Waiting. Wait a minute. I don't want that. I want a granite. Gotta have the granite. Where's the granite? There it is. There we go. I mean, don't get me wrong. Obviously, our food supply is not optimal, but now that we're done at 2300s, but they'll do all right. They can handle it. Actually, worst case scenario, I could add another row to this farm, and maybe I should. Maybe I should. It's gonna mess with my whole snaking cooling pattern, though. Crying because you're not saying hi, Fox. Well, hi, Amanda. Hey, Fox, how has your week been? Not bad. It's nice that the weekend's right around the corner. Not that I know what I'm doing with my weekend yet, but it's still right there. Okay, I'm going to throw in another row of another row of farming in here. One of the memorable Darwin Awards was the person who drove off the side of the cliff because they were trying to feed their Tamagotchi on their keychain so they wouldn't starve to death. Oh my gosh. One of my favorite ones was the guy who tied a whole bunch of balloons to his chair so he could try to fly, and he got hit by an airplane. Oh, I forgot to give Tyler a job. Tidying. There we go. Brains, you can go into plumbing. That'll work for you. Grizzly, improve your cooking skills. Thank you very much for your chefly patronage. Improve construction. After you definitely has the decor or the morale now, so we can handle even fancier artwork. No, actually, now that I just built some artwork, that was probably a bad idea. I should have done that sooner. Mistakes were made. Lombardio, we can do exosuit training. Our first duplicate that can handle an exosuit and actually do all right with it. Duperific, we put him into cooking only because we needed a chef at the time, but I think I want to boost improved carrying for you. Rob, we could put into more crop tending. And then John P, improved carrying. There we go. We're good. Why wasn't airplane taxiing with a chair on the runway? I think the balloons would have at least made... Well, I guess the guy had gotten up into the air and I think got hit by the plane or something. There was another one where the guy decided he wanted a rocket car, so he put a rocket engine in the trunk of his car. It kind of blew up on him. You'll never go broke betting on human stupidity. Isn't that the truth? Despite all of the interesting inventions and things we've done in life as a species... Yeah, there's definitely that. Okay, this door needs to stop being used. Wait a minute. There we go. I need a different system to get in and out of this room because the CO2 in here is crazy, and it's probably the reason why I'm getting so much CO2 buildup down here. So I could do like a CO2 airlock. It's just gonna be kind of inconvenient where it's placed. Okay, I'm gonna extend this ladder up. We'll go like this. Thank you. Upwards. I guess I should be happy. This will give me a reason to extend our fire pole even farther. Can't go wrong with more fire pole. So we're gonna dig that up. We'll deconstruct this ladder. And we'll build a little CO2 lock here. And then I'll make it so this door can't be opened, and they can just go around the... It's a little bit of a round... It's kind of a roundabout way, but whatever. Build a water lock right above your rust oxidizer. Well, the water lock, every time they go through it, they get soggy feet, and then that gets like a negative effect. So I'm gonna instead... I'm gonna instead use a CO2 lock. Does the same thing. One who is a legendary Chinese official, supposedly of 2000 BC, 16th century, who was described in 20th century sources the world's first astronaut by being lifted by rockets into outer space. Finally access to the oxygen up top. Well, I'm not really in a rush to use up the oxygen that's up here. I feel like it's a nice little emergency reserve we have hidden up there. I can't tell where the snorer sleeps. Alright, well there's our snorer. It looks like nobody sleeps next to him, but the shine bugs are gonna keep him awake. Or maybe not. Did they change that? Huh. Okay. Maybe the shine bugs don't disturb sleeping anymore. If so, that's kind of cool. You gotta tell the new peeps what to do if they're new to the channel. You mean like in terms of like if you're new to the channel and you haven't seen the content before, feel free to click on the subscribe button and come back and check out some more? Is that what you mean, or are you referring to something else? Oops, didn't mean to build that one. Hold on, get rid of that. Dig this up. Okay, this tile needs to be deconstructed. So does this one. Let's put a ladder on this side of things. You know, for reasons. Let's give them a way to get up there. And then we'll put an airflow tile here. Farm tile along the bottom. Choo-yeah. It's even in the right temperature range for me to be able to grow there already. That's great. There's a recent change. Shine bugs do not disturb loud sleepers. Oh, is it only the loud sleepers they don't disturb? If so, that's kind of neat. Just not loud sleepers who can sleep through their own snores. I feel like this is me. I'm a snorer. They've just created the model me in the game. Am I out of water again? I just want to get this research done so I can build the big fancy statue thing. Oh good, there's water up here. Mop this up. Get this. If we mop up that, it's hot over here, obviously. Please don't get hurt, John P. We don't want you dying on me over here. Oh, okay, he did finish. For a second there, I thought he left, like, right before it was done. Analysis complete. It's not telling me the analysis, though. Oh, yes, it is. Okay, hold on. So, next activity is in 25 cycles. Oh, that sucks. Active period, 49.3 cycles every 86.8. Produces 4 kilograms of steam at 110 degrees Celsius. It's not gonna be active for another 25 cycles. So where I thought I had water, we're gonna have to go. Oh, Paku! Yeah, we can make Paku tank. First, we gotta catch him though. That'll be the trick. How do people who snore out wake themselves? Like I can hear my dad through the walls and over you. Yeah, I don't know how that works exactly. I mean, sometimes when you snore, sometimes you do wake yourself up, but it's usually only like a momentary thing. it's usually like just as you're drifting away, you'll snore and it'll catch you. But if you're actually out already, you don't hear it. I don't know how it works. I don't explains it. I just does it. I already mentioned subscribing. Incidentally, I learned something interesting about the subscription bells on YouTube. You actually have to turn them on in 2 different places. So like, there's I think on my channel analytics it shows like the percentage of people that have the bell turned on, and then those people think they're supposed to be getting notifications, but they won't unless they've gone into their YouTube settings and said, "Give me all notifications" or something like that. It's actually kind of it's like a really weird setup. They've designed it in a way that's like, what the? Okay, I'm confused. Did I have slime in that bin? How did I get a ball of dirt out here? Wait a minute, did this guy poop out? Excretion, regolith dirt and iron ore. It actually poops out solid chunks of dirt. I thought it would be like little pellets the way that everything else is. Like there's a little dirt pellet. I thought it would be that. Did it really just poop out that big chunk of dirt? That's awesome. You could almost build like a new garden floor out of that if you really wanted to. It's ridiculous, but awesome at the same time. Jonathan Hart's become a member. Welcome, Jonathan. Thanks for clicking on that join button. Appreciate you joining up with the memberships. Much appreciated. Holy moly. I just was not expecting it to be a big chunk like that. I mean, it's not great that it entombs the building, which is kind of a nuisance, but neat. Because I have spent some time trying to figure out how you can make like chunks of things. Like sand, you can get to drop from other places in land. Dirt, you can create if you cook algae. Or sorry, you cook slime up to the melting point, it will turn into the, like blocks of dirt. But I didn't realize that like the animals could poop out blocks of dirt. That's funny. How do you become a member? There's a button at the top of the chat, I think, or is it the bottom of the chat? I'm not sure. It says join. When you click on that, you get a pop-up. I haven't set up the different tiers for membership yet, so the only option that's there, I think, is like $4.99 or something like that. So when you click on that, you go through and it gives you the option. At least you know he's been eating. Yeah, well, he's been eating the stuff on the ground, which I've actually been doing a busy job of sweeping up. That's distracting. That little thing like zipping in and out is kind of a nuisance. Okay, I can't finish my research because I don't have any more water. We could go all the way over to here and tap into some of this salt water. It's not really high concentration though. Got a poke shell in there too, but if we get too close to this pinch row, the poke shell will attack, so we gotta be careful with that. Where else can I get water? I mean, oh wow, there's another swamp biome. Sweet, we've got 2 of them. There was a point, oh. Apparently we have a chlorine gas vent. Did I? Oh no, I saw that already, didn't I? I'm just not very observant. Here I am oh, I'm so dense. Here I am trying to build this thing up with my, my chunks of bleach stone. I could have just, like, pumped it in here. Let's go with consumable ore. We'll put the bleach stone in here. Priority 7. Sure, why not? We might as well use that now that I've already built it. Sometimes you do text chat in your sleep. That's a little strange. Yeah, we're gonna have to desalinate, or we can also purify. So because we have water up here, we could tap into a little bit. More salt water up there. Actually, let's take a look at the, we'll take a look at the temperature gauge and see if we can see any more geysers around here. That's in a vacuum. What do we got? This one here, you know what, we didn't look at what this is yet. So let's take a peek at what this is. This one is a hydrogen vent. I can see that being a nuisance. Nevertheless, there it is. So we have a hydrogen vent down there. Oh. What else have we got? Show me more geyserishness. This one's not a geoactive or whatever they call it. Colony, so we won't necessarily have very many. With this one we already found, unfortunately that's a polluted oxygen vent. Oh, this one up here. Let's got the lady with super chat. CrypticFox is gonna plant more squirrel. That's right. That's exactly what I did. We're down to 273 calories. I haven't been paying attention. Right, back to priority. This one is a chlorine gas vent, which is not really helpful. Okay, so we have 2 chlorine gas vents, a hydrogen gas vent, a polluted oxygen vent, and then we have the one cool steam geyser. So not the most effective setup. Let's grab a whole bunch of stuff here. We'll plant all these in here. Should have enough seeds for that. And the temperature here, ooh, it's actually gonna be too warm. I gotta send the cooling loop down there. I'm cheating. I know what you're talking about. It's not cheating. It's creative application of stuff and things. Okay, this cooling loop, I'm gonna extend it down here through the floor up to the plant level, and then we'll connect it into here. I don't know if this is gonna be enough to cool it anymore though, because there's not enough hydrogen in this pipe. That's right, it's a creative use of game mechanics. That's exactly what it is. Okay. Building, machinery, medicine, or arbor acorns. I mean, we have 14 duplicates already. You know what? Food's on the low side right now. I'm going to reject them all for now. No, actually, alright, we'll bring in a Scott dude. Medicine, science, machinery, mole hands, gastrophobia. Alright, we'll bring in a Devon. Devon can be Scott Delaney. If we all starve to death, it's Scott's fault. It's not my fault. I didn't let him in. Seal the farm. The reason I didn't seal the farm off was because I wanted to make sure we had enough pressure in here for things to be able to grow. We might actually be able to the point where we could do that now. But every time they open the door, they let more of it in, and it's kind of a nuisance. We have 1,000 grams in here for the most part. We probably could close this off now. It's all CO2. So I don't have to worry about the duplicants using up the contents. The only hard part will just be that every time they go in and out, they're going to release some of the gases, and if the pressure drops too much, then the plants won't grow. I don't think you've ever seen me turn down a dupe. I've done it a few times in this colony already. We kind of had to. We were really not in the best of places for food. Oh, look. Some hatches hatched. Or not hatches, some pips hatched. rat. Oh, we just found some random meat laying around. I don't even know how it got there. Sulfur? How do I get sulfur in here? Huh. Hark, the pressure of the future of the colony depends on me. I guess I should squirrel. Yep, just like that, Scott. Meat's back on the menu, boys. For a very short little bit. They're gonna have one little snack and then they're done. I need to get rid of the dirt that's in here, but if I dig this out, the hatches are gonna fall on the ground. Is random meat as good as evil meat? It's gotta be. I mean, it's like barbecue, only not cooked. Don't ask me, I don't know. Hey Ben, how you doing? I'm horrible with names, so I don't know that I can say that I do remember you, but... Random meat's your brand new t-shirt. Hey, CrypticFox, have you ever had a dupe fall to his death? Like, literally fall so far that fall damage killed it? No, I think they can. I don't think they do take fall damage. At least, I don't think so. I don't know if I've ever dropped one far enough to check. I'm fairly certain they could fall infinitely, though. I don't think there's a fall damage mechanic. What if you build a floor underneath the ground, then build floor from the dirt, then delete the floor? Yeah, that would work. That would work. The only reason that it would be helpful is if they're like above ground, but I don't know that it actually changes anything about their behavior pattern. Man, we're stuck with the whole needing water thing again. Okay, this is almost done, but I didn't quite finish it. We'll put one more little tile here. That will give us our little CO2 airlock, and that's all sealed off. So, yeah, we can dig this out of here. Okay, that should stop the CO2 flood we were getting here, because I can set this door for no access. There's a whole bunch of CO2 that's sitting here that isn't going to go away unless we can water this plant here, and that's going to be like a different challenge altogether, but... Gamer Girls with a super chat. Hey Fox, sorry I missed the streams. Been working, but I always want to always watch them later. I'll be your next victim. I mean duplicate. It's the great content. Thanks, Gamer Girls. Appreciate the super chat. Welcome back to the stream. Glad you were able to make it this evening. Although we're pretty much right at that midnight hour. Okay, so for tonight, I am going to call it a wrap. Next time, we're going to need to... You know what? I wanted to solve the water problem. We did short term, but we still have a need for more water. So it's something we're going to have to puzzle through next time. I'll probably do a little bit of cleaning of some of the polluted water initially. Maybe we'll set up some desalinization, but that's a really limited utility because there's not really a high concentration of water there. And ultimately, when we run out of that, unless I can find a geyser, we're not going to be able to keep going with it. But thanks everyone so much for hanging out tonight at the stream. If you don't subscribe to the channel already, go ahead and click on the subscribe button. Make sure you turn on notifications as well. Remember, you have to turn on notifications for the channel, but then also within your YouTube settings. So if you're not getting notifications from other channels, it's probably because your settings aren't turned on in YouTube. It's kind of a huge nuisance. But nevertheless, thanks everyone for the super chats tonight. I'm, as always, CrypticFox. I'll see all of you next time.